Hey guys, so I wanted to hop on really quick and do a quick tutorial on some good ways to help your curls last longer and how to get like really voluminous curls. So I'm going to be using a few different things. I'm using first this clip. It's just really nice to help hold up a ton of hair at one time. And then I'm using a bunch of these clips. They're called duckbill clips. I'll link everything below. But these are going to actually help set each curl that I do individually, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. And then I'm using a hot roller, just one. I have 6 that come in this set, but you can use all of them if you want. But for me today, I'm just going to use one hot roller. And then I'm using my Bioionic curling iron. I have the heat setting at 360. It goes up to 430. You definitely never need to put it on 430, but I am doing it a little bit hotter today. Normally I do like the second setting just for like really loose waves, but today I'm putting it up to 360 just to help hold the curl a little bit more and to get more of a voluminous curl. So these curls are going to be like more like sexy and voluminous. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take this section here. I haven't curled my hair at all, like this is just after I've blow dried it. So I'm gonna take this first section right here at the top, and I'm just taking a pretty small section here. This is actually a little too wide, so I'm gonna take some of that off. So you can see how wide this section is. This is where I'm gonna put my hot roller. So I'm just taking it, you want it to be nice and clean of a section, and you don't want it to be too thick because then the hot roller is not gonna stick. So I'm just putting it right here and curling it around just a little bit there. And you want it to be nice and tight. And then it actually comes with these clips. So I'm just gonna clip this on, and that's not gonna leave like any creases or anything. So I'm just gonna let that sit the whole time I'm doing my curls. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is start taking sections for my curls. So I'm sectioning it, I'll probably do like 3 sections. So I like to twist this all up and out of the way, and then I'm using my jaw clip here. And you can see how wide this section is. And this little trick with the hot roller is really nice too. You could even do that, like put this in and like do your makeup or something. It's a really good way to just like get some volume right around your crown or around your face. You could even put one like right back here too. So I'm gonna take my first section and I'm just smoothing it out. And with these curls, I'm going to let them sit on longer than I normally do, and I'm gonna make them a little bit tighter. So I'm still leaving out the end there, but I am going up closer to the root, and I'm gonna let it sit on until it's too hot to touch. Where normally, when you're doing just like loose beachy waves, you kind of just like effortlessly do the curls. You don't let it sit on as long, you don't do them as tight like this, but for this I want to show people who can't hold a curl well how to get them to last longer. So this would be a good like everyday routine if you have maybe thinner hair. For me, this would be way too much to do every morning just because I have extensions and it's just a little much to do in the mornings for me. But if you don't have as much hair as I do, this would be a really good thing to do every day. It's actually pretty quick. This shouldn't take me really too long at all. But, so let me show you what I'm doing right now. I just let the curl fall and I'm taking it up and I'm twisting it. You don't want to let it cool at all. So as soon as you take the curling iron out, you want to grab that curl. And then I'm taking my duckbill clip and I'm clipping it right inside of the curl. So you can see how that's just sitting like this. And I'm gonna do that all over. you can see I'm taking kind of bigger sections with these curls too. The smaller sections that you take, the tighter the curls are gonna be. So that's really just preference and up to you on how you want that to be. Like if you want really tight curls, then take smaller sections. But if you just want like voluminous, like wavy curls, then you can take bigger sections with it. So I'm just taking this next section, letting it sit on until it's too hot to touch. And then I'm taking it out and immediately grabbing the curl, keeping it like in its form that it fell in. So I'm actually like twisting it back up like this. And then I'm gonna take my curl again and I'm setting it right inside. Okay, so you can see how I have two sections done now. So here's the other side. And yeah, I'm just gonna take this whole thing. I like to smooth it out a little bit first. That's the nice thing about doing it like this, is that you can take bigger sections where, like if I was not setting the curls individually with the duckbill clips, I feel like I would not be able to like take as big as sections. They would just immediately fall. So it's a nice little trick. So I feel like it is pretty quick to do. This would also be a really good thing to do for a special event, like a wedding. I'm doing my hair for my sister-in-law's wedding, and I'm definitely gonna do this. So I'm gonna like set everything, and then I'll probably do like a side updo or like a half up, half down type of style. So this is definitely a really good way to like set your curls, and it's a good base for updos. So definitely recommend this for any kind of event that you would be attending. But like I said, if you could do this in the morning too, that would be awesome. I mean, it's really good for people who can't get their curl to hold. So I'm just taking this next section here, and I'll show you guys where I'm clipping it on this one too. So you can see how it's still in like that circle, and I'm clipping it right inside of that circle there. It's in the base. And then this section is feeling kind of heavy, so I'm gonna take one in the back too. You never want to clip it like right on top of the curl or anything. So you can see how it's just like set in there with curls. Kind of look like Princess Leia. But yeah, you never want to first let the curl like completely drop and not pick it back up immediately. You want to, as quickly as you can, drop the curl out and then grab it and immediately set it. That way you're not letting it cool at all. Alright, so I'm taking my next section here. And just the same thing, I'm gonna do this all around the head. I'll do a couple more sections and then finish it, and then show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. And I'll show you what I do when I get to the crown section here to get a little more volume. So I'm letting it sit on until it's too hot to touch. I like to move this hair out of the way just so I don't get confused on the sections that I'm grabbing. Immediately let it fall and pick it back up as soon as you can. And I'm just keeping it in that circle. So you can see how it's a little bit of a loop there. And I'm taking my duckbill clip and clipping it inside. You don't want to clip it ever on top of the curl, because that's going to leave a crease. So I'll show you guys my next section here, and then I will finish everything and show you the very end. You can see I'm still leaving out that end there just because I don't want them like super like ringlets or anything. I like to have that like beachy look still, but these definitely are gonna be more tight and like wavy rather than like loose beach waves that I normally do. Alright, so then I'm dropping down the curl. I like to scoop it up like this, like with my hand. And twisting it up. And then I'm just gonna set that curl. So I'm gonna do that around the whole back and then come back and show you guys this very last section here. All right, so I'm on my last section. You can see that I've taken 3 sections. This is the very last one that I have to do. So I'm just pretty much doing the same thing I was doing earlier. And I just wanted to show y'all how I like finish it off and everything. So if you look at my curls that I've set too, like they're not perfect. Don't like beat yourself up about it if you can't, like if one piece of hair is kind of falling out, or you know, like even like this piece over here is kind of falling. So like it's not going to be perfect. This is something that like I learned in beauty school to do on like mannequins, and like something I was actually like required to learn to like get my license. So like this isn't something that just you're gonna be able to do like perfectly and right off the bat. Like if someone's doing this on you, the curls are gonna look so much more perfect than they are if you're doing them yourself. So don't like be upset if it's not absolutely perfect. The point is to like see, you can see this piece right here, but that's okay. Like the point is to set each curl so that you're not letting them cool while they're hanging down. So you're pinning them up, letting them sit. The most important things are to immediately grab the curl when you pull it out of the curling iron and start putting it into the set. And then another important thing is to not clip the duckbill clip directly on top of this piece. So you want to set it right here. You can see like right inside of the curl itself. So I think those are the most important things that you can get from this. Other than that, like you don't want them like all funky around your head, but you don't need to worry so much about like how perfect each one is. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. I'm taking this last section here. So this is like the crown of my head. And I'm gonna take this whole thing. And I'm gonna do this one a little bit differently because it's sitting where I want more volume. So rather than taking my curling iron horizontally or vertically, I'm taking it horizontally. So I'm taking this horizontal right here, as much as I can. I mean, you can't do it like perfectly, but I'm not like holding it up and down like I did all the other ones. So I'm holding this one behind my head here like this. And I'm gonna let it sit until I feel like it's too hot to touch. And I'm actually gonna set this one like on top of my head with a little bit of volume. Like these are kind of more to the side. So this one, even these in the back here, I kind of just got them as best as I could, but this one I want to actually sit like perfectly on top of my head. So I'm taking it like this, kind of like my hot roller. You could use a hot roller for this too, but I'm setting it just like that. So you can see how it's like a little bit more lifted there, and there's going to be a little more volume. And then I'm just down to my last 2 sections here, and then I'll take everything out. So one thing, when you take them out, you want to make sure that everything is cool. So like these that I just did aren't cool yet, but I'm gonna start taking them out from the bottom back here, which these are all cool. So these are definitely ready to come out. And by the time I get done taking all of this out, these will be done too. You could definitely like do your makeup after this with this all sitting in and everything if you wanted to. But the most important thing is just that they are cool. You don't want to be taking them out when they're warm because that defeats the purpose. So I just have one more section here. This is actually pretty easy. I mean, it's taken me like 20 minutes. So definitely something, if you had time in the mornings, you could for sure do this. If you were going to an event, for sure, this is like 100% a really good thing to do. Because it really just doesn't even take like that much more time either. Alright, so I'm taking this one down, setting that, and then I will take them all out. When you start taking them out, you're just gonna pull the clips out. So I'll show you guys what it looks like when everything's done. Alright, so I'm just taking everything out and you can see how the curls are definitely like a lot more tight, which is good. I mean, obviously you're not gonna leave them like this, but you can tell that they are just holding so much more. And then what you'll do is just go in and brush them out if you want to. But like I said, this would be like a really good base for an updo or like just wearing your hair off to the side because it's just gonna hold the curls so much better. And you can see how much more volume it has, and it's just a different type of curl. And I think it's really pretty. I mean, it's just like so big and just different than the beach waves that everyone's doing right now. So I'm just unclipping everything. Sometimes it's hard to find them in here, so you just have to search. And I'm taking them pretty much out in the same way that I put them in. So like I finished this side last, so I'm taking that side out last. And then I'm going to take out this top section. But yeah, you can see how much more volume my hair has right now. And just how tight the curls are. And then I'm going to take out the hot roller. So you can see how much volume that has there. It just gives it a little bit of extra lift around the crown. And if you wanted to, my hair kind of gets frizzy right here, so like I'm probably gonna smooth this out a little bit. But the point is to just get a little bit of lift there. So I'm just kind of curling over that where the hot roller was, just because my hair gets kind of frizzy and I don't like that. Alright, so here's what it looks like. I haven't broken anything up yet, but it's definitely a lot of volume. And I mean, you could even leave it like this. Like I think this is really pretty, and like don't break up the curls until right before you go to the event or something. But for me, I'm gonna break them up right now just so I can show you guys what they look like with it broken up. But you can see like, it's just a different look and it just has so much more volume to it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I feel like this was really easy and just a really good way to help set your curls, and a good trick for people that have a hard time getting their curls to stick. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions, just comment below.